surround themselves with the right influences. Achieving extraordinary things requires
Let's
learning
go.
from those who have already done it. It means avoiding people
Good
who
stuff,
settle for
man.
less.
Good stuff.
Of action always stand out. They become the
Let's
first
see if we
choice in
can
their
get above
industry,
this iron.
the most recognized experts, or the ones who always get opportunities. The reason most fail is that they do not realize how much effort is needed to break through the noise and capture attention. A common mistake is assuming that once success is achieved,
Fire.
less effort is needed. This mindset leads to
Although
failure.
down and
True
now
success is
more
a
than
continuous process, and the effort
again.
required never stops. Those who remain successful understand that they must always operate at high levels of action. This is why people who succeed once but fail to continue taking massive action often lose everything they worked for. The only way to guarantee long-term success is by always pushing forward with the same energy and intensity. Most people think problems will disappear once success is reached, but the truth is that new problems always arise. The bigger the success, the bigger the problems. Those who take massive action understand that success does not eliminate problems. It creates new challenges that require even more effort to overcome. This is why taking 10 times the expected action is necessary. It prepares for the unexpected and ensures that no matter what obstacles appear, there will always be enough momentum to keep moving forward. People who fail often believe that external factors, such as the economy or luck, are responsible for their lack of success. In reality, the only reason for failure is not taking enough action. Even when things go wrong, those who continue taking massive action find ways to succeed. They refuse to be controlled by circumstances and instead create their own opportunities. This is why the most successful individuals never stop working toward their goals, no matter what challenges come their way. The only way to truly stand out and achieve extraordinary success is by always thinking and acting 10 times bigger than expected. This approach guarantees that results will come, even if mistakes are made. Those who fail often set small goals and take average action, which leads to average results. Those who succeed at the highest level understand that success
Come on, give me
requires
this kick.
never-ending
Nicely
effort
done.
and the willingness to do more than anyone else. Chapter 3. What is success? Success is often misunderstood. Many believe it is simply about achieving goals, accumulating wealth, or gaining recognition. But success is much more than that. It is about continuous growth, pushing beyond limits, and refusing to settle for average results. It requires relentless effort and an unwavering commitment to improvement. Success is not just about reaching a destination, but about consistently operating at a higher level. The biggest mistake people make is assuming that success is limited to a chosen few or that it comes only through luck or talent. In reality, success is available to anyone willing to put in the necessary effort. The world does not reward those who do just enough. It rewards those who go above and beyond. The most successful individuals do not stop once they achieve a goal. Instead, they keep raising the bar. They understand that success is not a
Alright, so we have
one-time
the first
event,
five
but
minutes
an
now.
ongoing process.
The mid
Those who stop
area
growing,
we could
learning, and
reach.
striving for more eventually lose what they have gained. This is why people who achieve success and then slow down often find themselves struggling again. Success must be maintained through consistent action. Another common mistake is believing that success is only about
Now,
personal gains.
I don't want to
True
hold
success
hold this
benefits
mental
not just the individual, but also
down
their
there right
family, community, and even the world. The most successful people do not just think about themselves. They focus on creating value for others. They understand that by helping more people, they expand their influence and build a stronger foundation for long-term success. One of the most dangerous beliefs is that success is tied to the opinions of others. Many people hold themselves back because they fear judgment, criticism, or rejection. But success does not come from seeking approval. It comes from taking bold actions, making mistakes, learning from them, and continuing to move forward. The most successful people understand that they cannot please everyone. Instead of worrying about negative opinions, they focus on their goals and stay committed to their vision. Success requires a high level of responsibility. It is not something that happens by accident. Those who succeed take full control of their actions, decisions, and outcomes. They never blame others for their failures. Instead, they look for ways to improve and take corrective action. People who constantly make excuses or blame external circumstances never achieve lasting success. Taking ownership of everything, including failures, is a key part of reaching higher
That
levels of
intro.
achievement.
I'll
Effort
push my reaction
alone
at the
is not
beginning.
enough. Taking action is
It's
important,
long
but it
again.
must be the right kind of action. Many people work hard but still do not achieve success because they operate at an average level. Doing what everyone else is doing leads to the same results that most people get. Success requires thinking bigger and taking much more action than expected. The majority of people underestimate how much effort it actually takes to reach extraordinary levels. This is why so many fail. They stop too soon, thinking they have done enough, when in reality, they need to push much further. There is no limit to success. Many people think they should stop once they achieve a comfortable position. But this mindset leads to stagnation. The most successful individuals never stop aiming higher. They continue to grow, set new goals, and expand their influence. The idea that there is a finish line is false. Success is a way of life, not a single achievement. The difference between success and failure is action. Those who fail either do too little or give up too soon. Those who succeed take massive action, never settle for average results, and remain committed to continuous improvement. They understand that success is not just about making money or gaining recognition. It is about making the most of every opportunity, constantly growing and pushing beyond limits. Chapter 4: Success is your duty. Success is not just an option, it is an obligation, a responsibility that every individual must embrace. Many people view success as something they would like to have, but few truly see it as something they must achieve. This mindset leads to
See
hesitation,
how we act at the highs and
inconsistency,
outlook to other
and
platforms.
ultimately failure. The truth is that success is not something granted to a lucky few. It is the result of a firm commitment, continuous effort, and an unwavering belief that achieving it is necessary, not just desirable. Most people underestimate their potential by thinking that success is a personal choice rather than a duty. This belief creates excuses and justifies inaction. But in reality, success is a duty owed to oneself, one's family, and society. When people fail to achieve success, they not only let themselves down, but also affect those around them. Their families miss out on better opportunities, their communities lose potential contributions, and the world remains unchanged. This is why treating success as a responsibility is crucial. The idea that success benefits not just the individual, but also the larger society should be a driving force behind the relentless pursuit of goals. Success is essential for providing security and stability. Many assume that playing it safe and aiming for an average life will guarantee security, but this is a false belief. The only real security comes from achieving high levels of success. When people settle for average, they remain vulnerable to external factors like economic downturns, job losses, and unexpected hardships. Only by reaching extraordinary levels of achievement can they gain the control of things. The idea that success is scarce comes from the way people have been taught to think. Society often promotes the belief that only a select few can truly excel, while others must settle for less. This belief is false. The world is full of resources, opportunities, and potential for growth. Throughout history, new businesses, industries, and technologies have emerged, creating wealth and success for those who take action. The economy does not have a limit on success, and neither do people. Those who understand this truth do not waste time worrying about what others have. They focus on their own actions and push themselves to
Run
achieve
this
them.
low.
However, fear is just a signal that a person is stepping out of their comfort zone, which is where real growth happens. Those who achieve the most are the ones who push past fear and take bold action, knowing that failure is just part of the journey. Another common mistake is settling for small goals. Many aim for just enough instead of aiming for massive success. This happens because they believe they should not ask for too much. But setting small goals leads to small actions and, ultimately, small results. The most successful people set goals that seem impossible. then take action until those goals become
People
reality.
close about the
Thinking
next one.
big
I'll let's start
opens the
again.
door to bigger opportunities and greater achievements. People should not concern themselves with competition. Instead of worrying about others, they should focus on dominating their field. When someone becomes the best at what they do, competition no longer matters because they have positioned themselves as the leader. The goal should always be to become the most visible, valuable, and influential person in any industry. Those who focus on competition end up playing small, while those who focus on domination create new levels of success. The world is filled with possibilities for those who are willing to take action. There is no limit to how much success one person can achieve, and there is no shortage of opportunities. The only real limitation is the amount of effort put in. Those who commit to massive action, think big, and refuse to let fear stop them will always find success, no matter what industry they are in. Chapter 6. Assume control of everything. Taking full responsibility for every aspect of life is the key to success. Many people blame external factors like the economy, their upbringing, or bad luck when things go wrong. However, the truth is that success and failure are both results of personal choices, actions, and attitudes. Instead of making excuses or blaming others, taking control means
That's not
recognizing
hard
that
to get.
everything happens because of decisions made. This mindset is not about feeling guilty, but about gaining power over outcomes. Most people operate with a victim mentality, believing that outside forces determine their fate. They complain about government policies, market conditions, or unfair treatment, thinking these things prevent them from achieving their goals. But real success comes from shifting focus away from these external problems and concentrating on what can be controlled. A person who takes full responsibility never waits for conditions to be
I
perfect.
need them to close
Instead,
above
they find ways to
9:30
move
open.
forward no matter the situation. One of the most important habits is to stop making excuses immediately. Excuses are a way to avoid responsibility and they limit action. Instead of saying, I don't have time, a person should recognize that time is created through better planning and discipline. Instead of saying, the competition is too strong, the right approach is to figure out how to outperform them. By removing excuses, new opportunities open up and solutions become clearer. Taking control also means refusing to depend on others for success. Many people believe that their boss, their team, or their customers are responsible for their progress. But relying on others leads to disappointment. True control comes from deciding to take action regardless of what others do. If a job is not providing enough income, the solution is to work harder, gain more skills, or create new opportunities. If a business is struggling, the answer is not to blame the market, but to find better strategies, increase efforts, and adapt quickly. A
We
key
have a
part of taking
macro going on now.
responsibility is handling
Let's see if I can
criticism
give us.
effectively. People who take control of their lives will always face opposition. Some will try to discourage or tear them down. Instead of reacting emotionally, successful individuals use criticism as feedback to improve. They understand that negative opinions usually come from those who are unwilling to take responsibility for their own lives. Instead of being affected by others' negativity,
We didn't even
the right
close
approach
that
is to
above
stay
the window.
focused and keep moving forward.
That's not good.
Another essential lesson is to expect problems and be ready to solve them. Many people believe that success means a life without difficulties, but this is never the case. Every achievement comes with new challenges. Those who assume control do not get frustrated by obstacles. They anticipate them and prepare solutions in advance. Instead of being shocked by setbacks, they respond quickly and confidently, knowing that every problem has a solution. Those who take full control also make decisions faster. Many people waste time hesitating or looking for perfect conditions before acting. This delay often leads to missed opportunities. A person who assumes control does not wait for the right time. They take action immediately and adjust along the way. Even if a decision turns out to be wrong, they learn from it and move forward instead of dwelling on mistakes. Becoming a person who assumes control of everything also requires setting bigger goals. Small thinking leads to small results. Those who truly take charge of their lives push themselves beyond what is comfortable. They dream big, set high targets, and then take massive action to achieve them. They never settle for average results because they understand that true control means continuously striving for more. The most successful people believe that they are responsible for everything that happens in their lives. They do not waste time blaming others, waiting for help, or complaining about circumstances. Instead, they take massive action, refuse to make excuses, handle challenges with confidence, and focus on solutions. This mindset creates unstoppable momentum, leading to more success, greater control, and complete independence. Chapter 7: 4 Degrees of Action. There are 4 types of actions that people take in life. The first is doing nothing. This is when a person refuses to take any action at all. They see an opportunity, but they ignore it. They convince themselves that taking action is either too hard, too risky, or simply not worth it. They become stuck in a cycle of inaction, watching others progress while they remain in the same place. Over time, this mindset leads to a life of regret, frustration, and missed chances. The second type of action is retreating. This happens when a person starts to take action but then pulls back because they face challenges, fear failure, or feel overwhelmed. Instead of pushing forward, they step away and convince themselves that they were better off before trying. They may justify their retreat by saying things like, "It wasn't meant to be," or "It was too difficult." This kind of behavior creates a habit of quitting whenever obstacles arise. Eventually, they stop trying altogether because they associate action with discomfort and failure. The third type is taking normal action. This is the most common level of action. It involves doing just enough to get by. A person who takes normal action works hard, but within a comfortable limit. They do what is expected, follow the rules, and put in effort, but they never go beyond the standard requirements. This type of action may lead to average results, but it never produces greatness. It creates a false sense of security because it feels like progress is being made, but in reality, it keeps people in the middle of the pack. They achieve some success, but not the kind that creates real freedom or influence. The fourth and most powerful type of action is massive action. This is the key to extraordinary success. It means going beyond what is normal, expected, or even reasonable. People who take massive action do not wait for permission, and they do not hesitate. They push themselves to the limit and then go further. They do not stop when things become difficult. They do not slow down when they achieve small wins. They keep increasing their efforts, reaching more people, and expanding their influence. While others work 8 hours a day, they work 16. While others make one phone call, they make 50. This level of action creates momentum that leads to opportunities, recognition, and results far beyond what most people experience. Taking massive action often attracts criticism. Some people will say it is too extreme. Others may feel uncomfortable or threatened by it. However, this level of action is necessary to dominate a field, create real wealth, and build something that lasts. People who achieve extraordinary success do not operate at normal levels. They apply massive pressure, energy, and focus to everything they do. They do not wait for the right time or ideal conditions. They create the conditions through sheer force of effort. Most people fall into the first 3 categories. They either do nothing, retreat, or take normal action. This is why
Let's see if we can
so
find some.
few achieve true success. The difference between those who are average and those who are great is not talent, luck, or intelligence. It is action. Massive action is the only way to guarantee progress and ensure that obstacles do not stop forward movement. Those who commit to this level of effort separate themselves from the rest of the world. They do not compete. They dominate. Chapter 8: Average is a failing formula. Success does not come from being average. The world does not reward people who do just enough to get by. Those who aim for average results end up struggling because they do not stand out and they fail to create real opportunities for themselves. There is no security in being average because competition is fierce, and those who put in more effort will always surpass those who settle for doing what is expected. Most people are taught from a young age to play it safe, work hard enough to keep a job, and avoid risks. But this mindset leads to disappointment. The middle class, which was once considered a safe place to be, is now shrinking.
It's
Doing
not
what
looking like
everyone
today is a
else
good
does
day
will
to trade.
only lead to the same problems they
It is
face.
post
Those
CPI,
who
but
want to achieve extraordinary success must understand that being exceptional is the only way forward. The marketplace is always changing, and those who remain average will eventually fall behind. Companies that only do enough to survive will be outperformed by competitors who push harder. Employees who
we
only
have the
complete the
DPR right
tasks
there,
assigned to
so
them will
that's
not be
I
the ones getting
want them to get
promoted
it.
or receiving bigger opportunities. People who invest the minimum amount of effort will never see real progress. Those who want security in their careers and businesses must be willing to go above and beyond what is normal. There is a major problem with thinking that being average is enough. The problem is that it does not prepare people
We
for
also have the
unexpected
first 30
challenges.
minute coming up,
When obstacles arise, those who only
so
do
we
the
can have
bare
another
minimum will
retracement
struggle to
coming
keep
up
up,
again.
while those who take massive action will be able to handle any situation. Those who push themselves to higher levels of effort will always have more options, more resources, and more control over their future. Another reason why being average leads to failure is that it makes people invisible. There are thousands of businesses competing for attention, and only those who stand out will be remembered. The same is true for individuals. Employers, clients, and customers are not looking for someone who does just enough to meet expectations. They are looking for the best. Those who work harder and deliver more value will always be chosen over those who are merely average. It is also important to understand that success does not come from luck. People often believe that successful individuals got lucky or were in the right place at the right time. But this is not true. The most successful people create their own luck by taking massive action and refusing to settle for average. They take risks, work harder than others, and are willing to do whatever it takes to reach their goals. They understand that doing the same thing as everyone else will only lead to the same results as everyone else. To avoid the trap of being average, it is necessary to change the way effort is viewed. Instead of thinking in terms of what is required, it is important to think in terms of what is possible. Instead of asking, what do I need to do to get by? The better question is, what can I do to dominate? Those who constantly seek ways to improve, expand, and grow will always have an advantage over those who only aim for stability. Most people underestimate how much effort is required to reach success. They assume that working hard for a short time will be enough. But true success requires continuous effort. It is not enough to work hard for a year or two and then relax. Those who reach high levels of success do not stop once they achieve their goals. They keep pushing forward, setting bigger goals, and taking even more action. This mindset separates those who succeed from those who fail. The key to long term success is never settling for average. Being slightly better than others is not enough. The only way to ensure security and progress is to go far beyond what is considered normal. Those who push themselves to take massive action, deliver extraordinary value, and constantly seek growth will always be ahead of those who do just enough. The world rewards those who are exceptional, and the only way to become exceptional is by refusing to be average. Chapter 9: 10x Goals. Setting big goals is the key to achieving massive success. Most people aim too low, and because of that, they only reach small levels of success or fail altogether. The problem is not just the size of the goal, but also the effort and mindset behind it. When people set average goals, they take average action, and as a result, they get average results. This is why it is necessary to set goals that are 10 times bigger than what seems realistic. These kinds of goals force a person to think and act differently, making extraordinary results possible. Aiming high pushes a person beyond normal limits. When the goal is massive, it creates a sense of urgency and excitement. It also makes sure that even if the full goal is not reached, the progress made is far greater than what would have been achieved with a smaller goal. When people set small goals, they tend to lose motivation quickly because small goals do not inspire action. Big goals, on the other hand, create energy and drive. One of the biggest mistakes people make is underestimating the amount of effort and resources required to reach their goals. They assume that success will come easily or that they can work at a normal pace to achieve great things. This is never the case. Every big achievement
What news is
requires
coming up?
10 times the effort and persistence than most people expect. When people understand this and plan for it, they avoid frustration and failure. They keep going when others give up because they already know success will take much more effort than expected. Success does not come from luck, talent, or waiting for the right opportunity. It comes from taking massive action and refusing to settle for anything less than the best. People who set 10x goals operate at a level most others are not willing to reach. They take risks, they put in long
Let me see
hours,
how
and they
fast
never stop moving forward. They do not waste time on excuses or distractions.
interest is
Instead,
open
they
now.
stay focused on their vision and do whatever it takes to make it a reality. Many people fear setting big goals because they worry about
Just
failure.
push through.
They think that if they aim too
1 minute,
high and
bro.
fall short, they will be disappointed. But the truth is that setting small goals is far riskier. When the goal is small, even full success does not create real change. It does not bring wealth, freedom,
Thank you,
or
bro.
massive growth. On the other hand, setting
Thank
goals
God.
that seem impossible forces a person to grow in ways they never imagined. It makes them stronger, smarter, and more capable. Even if they fall short, they achieve far more than they would have with an average goal. Another key lesson is that setting big goals forces people to surround themselves with the right influences. Achieving extraordinary things requires
Let's
learning
go.
from those who have already done it. It means avoiding people
Good
who
stuff,
settle for
man.
less
Good
and
stuff.
instead
On the chat, man.
connecting with those who
Just
think big.
report that in.
Success is not just about effort, but also about the environment. Being around others who have, most people give up when things get tough, but those who have
So you
10x
guys
goals
like,
push through. They
comment,
expect
subscribe.
problems, and instead of being discouraged by them,
Um,
they see them as
I'm not
opportunities to
gonna be
grow.
trading
A
tomorrow.
powerful way to stay focused
I'll
on big
be
goals
present on the
is to write
charts.
them down every
Um,
day. This keeps them fresh in the
I'm
mind
trading on
and reminds a
Thursday,
person why they're
1
taking
a.m. as well.
action.
No,
It prevents
Michael.
distractions from taking over
Um,
and helps to
yeah.
maintain high levels of
Thank God for
motivation.
everything.
Successful
I'll catch
people
y'all
do
tomorrow.
not just set goals once and
Ali,
forget
I
about
hope you
them.
caught the church.
They constantly remind
Peace.
themselves of what they want.